playing on Thanksgiving. So what's it gonna be like to have the day off tomorrow?
It's gonna be dope, man. This is my first Thanksgiving off in like 9 years because we played on Thanksgiving in college also. So it'll be dope. Just get some time, spend with the fam, spend with my daughter. So that'll be pretty cool.
She out here?
Yeah, she got out here yesterday. Her and my girlfriend. So it'll be cool to have everybody around.
How has that been? I know you kind of mentioned when you got traded, you were taking a nap with your daughter, your girlfriend, hanging out. All of a sudden, you're moving a little bit across the country. How have you been able to manage that, where you're still getting to spend time with them, either whether it's over FaceTime or in person, or
Yeah, a lot of FaceTime calls during the day. Heck, any break I get, I try to FaceTime, just so she can hear my voice. But as much as time I can spend with her, I try to. So I know during the year is football time, and it's always football. So try to spend as much time as I can.
what are you guys doing tomorrow?
Probably watch football. Of course, eat. I'm not a big Thanksgiving food guy, so y'all they always got to make me like alternative stuff, and I'm not a big fan of the turkey and the ham and stuff like that. So we'll see what they got ready for me tomorrow.
Sorry, what's the alternative? What do you prefer?
It just depends. Every year it kind of switches. I used to go in Detroit. I would go to Slade's house, and he would have a chef make up me some like jambalaya and different stuff like that. So I don't know what they got in store for me tomorrow, but I'm excited.
How old is your daughter?
She's 4 months. She was 4 months on the 18th.
How much free safety did you play in Detroit over the years?
I played everywhere in Detroit, so
How much did you actually Pete Carroll was saying he thought maybe 3 years ago you played your most.
yeah. When they first moved me to safety, my third year, like the last 5 games of the season, I was predominantly free safety. So um, that's really, the past 2 years I've been down in the middle, nickel, big nickel, linebacker. I've been playing everywhere. So, it's kind of cool. I could just focus on one thing and get in the groove and just kind of be myself.
What have you learned how Seattle uses free safety? How different?
Um, I've always watched Seattle, so I've already had a idea how the middle safety was played. So it's fun. You just get to go out, get your eyes on the quarterback, play ball, run, hit. That's my type of football.
Pete said the other day that there's been a pretty easy chemistry with you just talking ball and how you guys communicate, and it being on the same page about stuff has come pretty easy between you. Have you been surprised just how easily that relationship has developed already as you've kind of integrated into this?
I wouldn't say I'm surprised, man. I'm always eager to learn. I've always wanted to learn, how to play football the best way, and I've never been against learning. This is only my second full year at safety, so I think people forget that. I think people forget that. My last year was my first full year, and I was a Pro Bowl alternate, so everybody, just kind of forgot in the mix that he's still new to this. So I've been a corner my whole life. So learning how to play safety and just taking the time, to work on my footwork, being patient in the middle of the field is kind of it's just coming along. And Pete is always on me, about trying to get those footwork steps right. And Dre is always on me about just being patient and just letting the game come to me and not try to go out and just make a play.
Before you first started against 49ers during pregame, Pete was like a time when he was right next to you, he was going through some drops and all that. Just to have a head coach who's that hands-on with DBs, do you like that he's that involved?
Oh yeah, no, it's dope. I love that. He's a DB coach by trade, so he knows what's supposed to be going on. And most of the time when he is talking to me, it's more about just settling me down, just telling me just go out and play fast and just have fun. That 49ers game was my first real game where I've been healthy and I felt like myself since week 3 of the season. So, he would just come and, kind of calm me down and just tell me just go out and play my game.
How's he moved as a DB back?
He always try to compete with me, before the game on who has the better breaks and stuff like that. So, it's not too bad.
You mentioned all the spots you've been asked to play throughout the years. having a little bit of time at all these different areas on the field, do you feel that helps you now, kind of knowing how the pieces are supposed to fit together, playing the different roles or anything? Is there a benefit in that for you?
Oh yeah, no doubt. Because I can relate to all the guys, on the defense except the D line because, I played all those positions. So, I know when the corner's in a stress situation, or I know when the nickel's in a stress situation, or, B-Mac in a situation where, I need to look over and, just confirm with him, some things. So I've been in all those positions. So for me, I guess I can kind of be, a common factor to those guys and let them know, like, hey, I understand, that's a tough situation. So, just try to go to the next play or, let's just try to get it right.
So does that help with the communication, having played the different positions, communicating?
I think it does, but at the end of the day, everybody's terminology is different. So, I just try to, match the terminology up here with some of the things that I've done in the past, and kind of give me an idea the way I'm supposed to play certain things. So that definitely helps.
How did your time in Detroit help prepare you for the Vikings? Or familiarize yourself with the Vikings?
I played those guys every year for the last, it'll be 5 years. It'll be, I played those guys twice a year. I think it definitely helped me. Those guys are on a roll this year, so I'm not taking anything from them. I can't go back and say, well, this year we did that. That year we did this. But I played those guys right before I left, so I'm kind of familiar with them. But at the end of the day, those guys are gonna go out. They're gonna play physical. They're gonna try to run the ball. Kurt's been playing amazing this year, and they always have a stout defense. So I just try to share pointers here and there, and even for me, I just try to remind myself of some of the things that I saw when I played them right before I got here.
What are you seeing from Cousins this year compared to last year?
I think he's just a lot more comfortable. I think he's at that spot where he's comfortable in his skin. He's not trying to live up to anybody's expectations. He's just going out there having fun, calming the team down, and I think he's just in a perfect situation. Dalvin has been toting the ball amazing all year. That's my guy, man. I hosted him on his official visit to Texas, and I always, even when I tackle him, I help him up, and we always just laugh. But Dalvin's been toting that pill this year, so I think that's definitely helping that offense go a lot smoother.
What makes you excited about what's going on with this team, being 9-2, and what's ahead of you the last 5 weeks this season and beyond?
It's super exciting. Anytime you can be on a winning team in the NFL is huge. It's hard to win games each and every week, and since I've been here, the energy, the vibes, everything about this team has been first class, and I've just enjoyed it, every second of it. I don't take any of it for granted because, it was a point in my career where my second year, I think we was 9-4 and at Detroit, and I kind of took it for granted and thinking, this is what it'll be. You always win. This what it's supposed to be like. And then you had those tough seasons, and then you realize that everything's not gonna go smooth like you wanted to. So I've just been soaking in these moments, enjoying it all, loving the vibes around here, and these guys just let me be myself, and I just want to go out and have fun, joke around, and go play football.
What's your favorite moment of playing on Thanksgiving, whether it's NFL or college?
Well, I think my favorite college memory playing on Thanksgiving was ending the Texas A&M series. That was my freshman year. Had a big game, and we finished the series off the right way. That'll always be my favorite Thanksgiving.
What was it like? Obviously, there's been a lot written about Big Brother, but what kind of role model was he? What did that do for you, having somebody like that to look up to?
Man, he's everything. Still talk to him on a daily basis. Even Thanksgiving when I was in high school, or when we wasn't in the playoffs, I would go spend Thanksgiving with him, Christmas with him. So I was around him as much as I can, literally my best friend. So we're 13 and a half years apart, but at the end of the day, the bond me and him share is unbreakable. Talk to him after every game. You would swear he's on the field because he knows everything that goes on during the game. He's always like, yeah, you should have did this, should have did that. But I was the same way when he played. You would think I was the vet because I would tell him, you need to turn around and look for the ball. You should have caught that interception or things like that. But it's oh yeah, that's kind of what it is. But I'm the more blunt one, so he kind of tell me in a nice way, but I'm the more blunt person. But he's been amazing. Heck, I don't think I could make any of the transitions or, you know, the transition of safety, the transition of, you know, being a Seattle Seahawk. I wouldn't be able to make any of those transitions without him, you know, by my side because, you know, as soon as I got traded, I think he called me as soon as it was happening and just kind of calmed me down, just kind of let me know, you know, everything's going to work out. And he's been in my corner through it all.
Where does he live?
He still lives in San Diego. So he lives there, has his kids, and, you know, he's just chilling, relaxing, living in retirement life.
Anything else, guys?
Yep, no doubt.